Hi there team, it's Coach Alexa here. Another video in my series on the pillars of health. We're kind of on the section of that series about physical activity and its benefits. And I wanted to touch on strength and resistance-based training. So this is where you would use weights, handheld weights, a bar on your back, kettlebells, or it might be resistance through the form of resistance bands, ones that loop around your legs, long ones that you hold in your hands and loop under your foot. So any form of sort of resisted training that is going to be more focused on building up muscular strength. Now, I have talked at length before about the benefits that this has for our running. It will enable us to keep running for longer with good form. It will enable us to avoid injury risk by up to a half reduction in injury risk in runners. It will enable us to help improve our speed and pace as runners. So something we should definitely already be doing just for those shorter term gains as runners. But actually there's more and more evidence to show that there are some magnificent longer term gains that can be had from strength training as well. So this is partially because as we get older, from about our mid-20s onwards, we do gradually lose muscle mass. So this is across the human species, both men and women. So by the time we get to our 70s, 80s, 90s, what this means is that we have not much muscle mass left compared to what we had in our 20s. And that's one of the key causative factors to trips and falls when we're older. Trips and falls can often lead to breakages of bones, or tendon ruptures or things like that, which can also lead to periods where you're not moving that particular area, or you might end up in hospital and you might be immobile for a while, and that can lead to quite quick further drop off in our muscular strength, in our fitness, and what we're able to do, which increases our risk of blood clots, etc. So, there's a whole little cascade of potential outcomes that we can avoid by keeping our muscles really, really nice and strong and functional. It also means that you'll be able to do more as you get older. So whatever your hobbies are, be it from gardening to walking to, looking after the grandchildren, you'll be able to do more of it better for longer. So yeah, what's not to like? Strength training is hugely useful, particularly for women. As you go through the menopause and our post-menopause, we tend to lose more of our bone density at that point, and also more of a noticeable drop-off in muscle mass. So doing strength training will help with both of those. It helps with everybody's bone density, but particularly useful during and post-menopause for women, when that bone density tends to have a bit of a drop-off anyway. And the final thing to think about is the fact that we should be, what am I trying to say? We should be really trying to focus on that muscular strength for our overall kind of well-being, really. It helps with our posture, it helps with our gait and our form, it helps with so many things in terms of the way we hold our bodies, the way we go about our lives. So yeah, both in the short term from a health and training point of view, and in the longer term from a longer term health outcome point of view, it's super useful. And interestingly, like some of the other things I've talked about in the previous videos, it also helps with brain health. So it can be really, really useful just to avoid things like Alzheimer's and dementia, shown to have quite a positive impact on reducing the risk of cognitive decline later on in life as well. So yeah, what's not to like?